Today we want to see in public speaking how you can incorporate humor in your speech, how you can entertain as you inform, as you speak. It is not an obvious mechanical occurrence. It is something you can learn and you do it and grow in it. It is an art. It is a skill, and that skill, you can learn it. And this is what we're teaching. Remember, Maya Angelou, an American poet, author, and civil rights activist, once said, I have learned that people will forget what you said, what you did, but will never forget how you made them feel. Humor brings out feelings. You can say something and people will forget, but the way you make them feel, do you tickle them, do you make them happy, do you make them laugh, do you make them cry, do you make them talk, do you make them jump? Humor. The best speech, generally the world over, is a speech, one full of humor. Even in scripture, Apostle Paul, when writing to the Colossians 4:6, he said, and I quote, let your speech always be gracious, seasoned with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. Seasoned with salt means you inject humor, not hard, not dry. What is humor? Why humor? How do you humor? Humor is something funny and amusing, said or done in the course of a speech or talk to entertain and drive some point home. You use humor to drive a point home. It can be a story, it can be a joke, it can be some body language action or some expression. It can also be a quote from someone, some light-hearted joke, a picture of something funny, visual, a song, a tone, a dance, a jig, a joke, action, something that makes people happy, something that infuses some light moments. That is humor. So a joke forms part of humor. A joke can be humorous. A quote can be humorous when appropriate use. But remember, the overall function, the overall use of humor is to drive a point home. Why do we use humor? Why is it necessary? Why should you struggle to humor your speech? It flavors the speech. It is the salt or the sugar in the speech. It's the ice cream or the cake in the speech. It enables also to bond with the audience emotionally. It gives emotional connection. It's a comic relief, emotional stroke comic relief. From sometimes you're driving very hard points and you want to make a comic relief so that people get into what you're saying. It attracts attention and keeps people engaged. People love humor, people love entertainment. That is why people, you can see, they love music. There's a way we are structured as human beings to zinc with music and music tunes. That is how also humor sinks. The overall intention to drive certain specific points home. Humor also entertains, amongst many other benefits. That's why you need to use it. How do you do it? I'm saying that humor requires skill. It requires strategy. It requires style, tact. It must fit well. If you get it wrong, it will fall flat and you will be embarrassed. And the crowd will be embarrassed. So you have to do it correctly. You have to do it well. How do you fit humor into your speech? Number one, design the purpose. Purpose. Every humor must serve its own purpose. Purpose in the speech and purpose at a specific stage of the speech. It must also be useful to the point being made, must be appropriate. Use it for illustrations or emphasis. Use it to support a point or position. Or it can be a refrain, just a comic relief. Look at what Dr. Miles Monroe is doing as he talks about his lovely wife. Number 2, humor must be short and strong. Make it fast, make it short. Say it strongly, but in a light-hearted manner. You can act it out, body language. I want you to look at South African politician Joshua Malema on the day Winnie Mandela was being buried, as he was giving his speech, saying, "Mama, give us a sign." Just see, it is humor, it is driving a point home, and it is being brought at a specific stage, time, and in a specific manner, using a specific tone. Number 3, timing. Timing in terms of position, in terms of sequence, in terms of audience attention and concentration. Look at, you have seen what Pastor Joel Austin of Lakewood Church, he always starts with some form of humor. It has become his tradition when you see. Look at this humorous story that Joel Austin is giving about a lady complaining to God as he starts his sermon. So timing, Joel Austin starts with it. The others will put it in the middle. The others will put it at the end. Timing, it must be. You don't just find it and mix it up. There must be appropriate, clear, well-planned timing. Number 4, it must be relevant. Don't just speak humor which does not sink. Relevant to the audience, relevant to the speech, and relevant to the point being made, and relevant at the stage and the sequence. Look at Dr. Miles Monroe describing how God created the male and the female, and how what God do. He is not saying much, but you can see from there, you can see how the crowd is reacting. The audience are reacting. Relevant to the point being made. Number 5, start with yourself. Don't always make humor about other people. The easiest, the first is always yourself. Generally, it should be about you, or something funny, interesting experience, or mistake you have made. You or them, or you and them. Not just them. It's about you and them. Never about you as the hero. You want to crack a joke, but you're just saying how you are the first in your class. You are good in everything. No, that's not. You must be, somehow there is something they learn from you. You come out generally more as a villain, not the hero. That's what makes it humorous. It should never be them, about them alone. Look at the joke that President Nelson Mandela is putting in about his wife, Graham Machel. Very appropriate. This is how humor comes in, and you can see the reaction of the audience. You start with yourself. It's generally yourself, then you include them, but never them excluding yourself. Number 6. It should be funny, something funny about yourself or your experiences. And it should be something natural and true, or almost true. Don't tell lies. Don't fake stories. Do not conjure up lies. Humor should be enjoyable and funny to you first, before the audience. Don't tell a humor or a joke which you yourself you find so dry, but you think they'll find it interesting. No. Also ensure that it is not offensive to any part of the audience. It should be friendly to all. Look at Pastor Joyce Meyer about that story she's telling. Look at it.
And last but not least, I thought I would go and get a relaxing massage. I went to the spa. I went to the changing room. I changed my clothes. I got my massage. I came back and I couldn't find my pants. Now I got my top on and I'm thinking something's missing here. So I'm looking all over for my pants. I could not find my pants anywhere. And I'm thinking, well, did somebody steal my pants out of the locker? So now I can't go home. So, okay, now here I am. And you know, people know who I am. So it's like, I'm really not wanting to go upstairs and go to the desk and say, I have lost my pants. But I had no choice. So I put on a robe. I went up to the desk and I said, I can't find my pants. And they said, excuse me? I said, I can't find my pants. So they sent somebody down. They went through all the laundry. They went through all the lockers. Nope, couldn't find the pants. So they said, you know, Mrs. Meyer, we'll be happy to give you a pair of pants, but you're gonna have to go across the lobby to the gift shop. Okay, so now, I mean, this is in a really nice hotel. So I'm going across the lobby. You know what you look like after you get a massage? Your hair is sticking straight up in the air. And I've got on this white, and I'm going, oh yeah, hi there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. They said in the gift shop, yep, they've already called about you. I thought, yeah, I bet you have. So they gave me a pair of pants. I went home in those pants, and they called me later and said, we found your pants. You know where they were? I had laid them on a bench instead of putting them in the locker, so somebody took them up to the desk, and they were laying right there on the desk the whole time, but the lady put her appointment book over them. Now, I don't know if God just thinks this stuff is funny and it's for his entertainment, but I'm like, I mean, really, God, I have got things to do. So I just want you to know that every morning when I say, welcome to enjoying everyday life, that there is a possibility that I'm not enjoying mine that day. Come on, give God some praise.
Look at also Pope Francis. Look at it.
En la familia hay dificultades.
Families have the difficulties.
En las familias discutimos.
Families, we quarrel.
En las familias a veces vuelan los platos.
And sometimes plates can fly.
No voy a hablar de la suegra.
I won't speak about mother-in-laws.
Pero en las familias siempre hay cruz. Siempre.
But in families, there is always light.
Look at it. You'll see that the joke is funny. It is about themselves. It's about knowledge. It's about the audience. It's about all of us. Number 7. Please ensure that the joke is new to the audience. Don't bring in already shared jokes with the same audience, or stale jokes, or common jokes that everybody seems to know. No. Come in with not a well-known and common humor piece. Avoid stale humors. Obvious. And you can always detect, if you go into some regions, that some are so obvious they're well known. Number 8. Please ensure that it is natural. So practice it. Prepare. Rehearse. Don't say, I was thinking of this joke which is said. No. Let it come naturally in the speech as an example. Get it right fast and straight away. Let it look or sound like it is very real to you. You know about it. Don't memorize it or make it look fake or acted. let it appear a natural part of you. In conclusion, allow me to quote Hillary Rodham Clinton. She said this when you're about making speeches. If you're not comfortable with the public speaking, and nobody starts out comfortable, you have to learn how to be comfortable. How? Practice. I cannot overstate the importance of practicing. Get some close friends or family members to help evaluate you, or somebody at work that you trust to help you. May you be able to know, and may you imbue yourself with humor so that you can talk long, good speeches that people love, people enjoy, and points are driven home. Thank you, and God bless you.